First, joining us now on the ticket hotline is a guy who's catching some heat this morning. It's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. We say good morning to Jason Garrett. Coach, how are you?
Good morning.
Well, that was a tough loss yesterday, we know, and I know that you feel like that was a game that you guys probably could have won.
Obviously, it was a disappointing loss. Anytime you have a loss, it's disappointing. We did a lot of things well. We did a lot of them well, but there were several areas that needed improving. And our idea moving forward is to do those things that we need to do in order to improve. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do what it takes to improve.
Well, you know, your play calling has been called into question this morning. Do you question yourself at all for some of what you called yesterday?
I don't know if you guys have noticed or if it's been noticed by you, but a lot of times I like to repeat things I say. I like to repeat them. And I think it helps me to communicate in a way that's both generic and robotic. And communication's important. It's important to this football team, and I plan on communicating with you as best I can in a way that's both generic and robotic and communicates well.
Well, Coach, yeah, and we appreciate that. A lot of people are wondering why the shuttle pass. Why don't you go to Des Bryant in a goal line situation?
Well, another thing I like to do is also shoehorn in the word football. I think in places where it's already implied, that's important. That's why I talk about our football team. I like to say that a guy's a good football player who makes good football plays. I also like to talk about opponents doing things well. If you want me to scout out the Rams, I'll tell you two things about them. I'll tell you they're a good football team and that they do a lot of things well. They do a lot of things well, and they're a good football team.
But that really doesn't address the play call in the shuffle pass. What's going on?
We have a. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we have a football team that executes our football plays in all three areas, and that's another one of my things. I like to talk about all three areas, and when I say the three areas, offense, defense, special teams, that's the three areas that we like to focus on when we're out there focusing on all our three areas.
Well, what about the last series when you decided to run 3 straight times and really didn't give your team much of a chance to pick up a first down there, and you've got to give the ball back?
I thought Tony had a good game. I thought he had a good game. There were a few times he may have missed a read. But I won't really know that until I see the tape. And I love seeing the tape. Seeing the tape is something that I like referencing.
So it was the right thing to do to run it 3 times there at the end?
Well, I just think that we need to keep moving forward. I think a lot of times when you're on the field, you want your offense to keep moving forward. And I think that as we move forward, we have a game plan to keep moving forward. I think that a good practice is to keep stacking practices, good practices after good practices. You stack good practices together, and then you get good execution.
And that's how you move forward.
That's how you move forward when you're moving forward.
You know, Coach, I can't really tell if you're upset about yesterday or pleased, or you just seem very down the middle.
Tom Brady is obviously a complete quarterback. He's a complete quarterback that is not only complete as a quarterback, but he's good in all 3 areas.
He's good at special teams and defense, too.
That's right. Good morning.
Wow. What a success.
Well, it is a success. We'll always remember this morning where we debuted the fake Jason Garrett. Awesome. All right, it's 8:48 here on Sports Radio 1310 The Ticket. If you're concerned about Rangers starting pitching headed into the World Series, we have some numbers that may make you feel better next.
The Cowboys got back to business against the Patriots, and Tom Brady took him to school. Cowboys lose.
Dang it, this team